Good morning, my dear student. How are you? I hope you are all well by the grace of Almighty. I'm also well. This is Kashruzzaman from Milestone Preparatory KG School before you. Today, I'm going to take your English second paper of class 3. My dear student, before going to the today's lesson, I'll ask you the previous lesson. Have you prepared your lesson? Yes. Let me see. Okay, my dear student, exercise 4, noun, lesson 9. Find out noun and show their types. So, my dear student, at first you have to find out the nouns from the sentence and you have to tell what kind of nouns are these. Okay. So, first one, Munir goes to school. So, in this sentence, which one is a noun? Okay, this is Munir. Okay, my dear student, Munir is noun. So can you tell me what kind of noun? Yes, this is proper noun. Okay, this is proper noun. Can you tell me why? Because it's the particular name of a person. Milk. So milk is an ideal food. So my dear student, can you tell me which one is noun? Yes, milk. So can you tell me what kind of noun is this? Yes, this is a material noun. M-A-T-E-R-I-A-L, material noun. Can you tell me why? Because milk cannot be counted. We cannot count. That's why this is a material noun. Honesty is the best policy. Can you tell me which one is noun? Yes, honesty. Okay. So can you tell me what kind of noun is this? Yes, this is abstract noun. Today's lesson is verb. So what will be the learning outcome of today's lesson? So my dear student, you can see at the end of the lesson, student will be able to say the definition of different verbs, recognize the different type of verbs, and to use the verbs correctly in the sentences. So my dear student, I'll tell you, be very attentive to watch the class. Okay? My dear student, today's new lesson is verb. So at first, we have to know what is verb. So here is the definition of verb. A verb is a word that tells or asserts something about a person or thing. In another way, we can say the definition of verb is a word that shows an action is called a verb. As for example, I go to school. Here you can see I go to school. Here go. This is the word which shows an action. And here you can see we eat rice. Here you can see eat. This word shows an action. Okay. So my dear student, then we'll know how many kinds of verbs. So here you can see verb is mainly divided into two types. And they are, first one is finite verb and non-finite verb. My dear student, now we'll learn the definition of finite and non-finite verb. Okay, my dear student. So finite verb. A finite verb is a verb that gives us the complete meaning of a sentence. Is called a finite verb. As for example, they play cricket. So here play is finite verb. It gives us the complete meaning of this sentence. And another sentence, he writes a letter. So here writes is finite verb and it also gives us the complete meaning of this sentence. And one thing you have to remember, my dear student, that according to the subject, mood and tense, the form of the verbs will be changed. Okay, and that's why here is subject they, third person plural. That's why here is no s or es in the present tense, but here as the sentence is present in indefinite tense and the subject is third person singular number, so s is added with the verbs. Okay, Now, the definition of non-finite verbs. A non-finite verb is a verb that does not give us the full meaning or complete meaning of a sentence. As for example, he wants to play. Here you can see he wants to play. Here wants is finite verb and to play is non-finite verb. To play here non-finite verb. It does not give us the complete meaning of the sentence. They wants to go to school. Here to go is non-finite verb. So here to go is also not giving us the full meaning of the sentence. That's why these are the non-finite verb. But here you can see this is wants and want. So these are the finite verb and it has changed its form, okay, because the subject according to the subject, okay. But here you can see to play, to go. Here is not, it's changing its form according to the subject, okay. My dear student, now we'll learn the principal and auxiliary verb. You know that finite verb is divided into two types and they are principal verb and auxiliary verb. What is principal verb? Principal verb is a verb that expresses the full meaning of a sentence without the help of other verbs. Okay, as for example, I eat rice. Here eat is the principal verb. So here eat can express the full meaning of this sentence. So here eat is the principal verb. And what is auxiliary verb? Auxiliary verb is a verb that helps the principal verb to express the complete sense of a sentence. Okay, my dear student, the another name of auxiliary verb is helping verb. That means what is the main work of auxiliary verb? The main work of auxiliary verb is to help the principal verb. Okay, as for example, I'm eating rice or he is going to school. Here you can see am eating. Here eating is the principal verb and am is the auxiliary verb. So here am is helping the verb eating, okay, to express the meaning, okay. That means to express the continuous meaning, auxiliary verb am is helping the verb eating, and here is helping the principal verb going to express the meaning of continuous tense, okay. My dear student, now we'll learn auxiliary verb. Already we have learned the definition of auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verb is a verb that helps the principal verb to express the full meaning of a sentence. So my dear student, auxiliary verb is divided into two types and they are primary auxiliary and modal auxiliary. Okay, my dear student, what are the primary auxiliary verb? So primary auxiliary verb is be, have and do. So my dear student, you know that there are two forms of these verbs, okay. So be verb, present form of be verb is am, is, are, and past form of be verb is was and were, and this is the perfect form. And present form of have verb is have and had, and past form of have verb is had. So present form of do verb is do and does, and past form of do verb is did. So my dear student, these verbs are very important because when we want to make question, then this verb will be needed. Now, modal auxiliary. At first we have to know that what is modal auxiliary. Modal auxiliary verb is a verb that can change our mood. That's why its name is modal auxiliary. That means it can change our mood. Okay, that's why its name is modal auxiliary. Okay, so my dear student, modal auxiliary verb has two forms, present and past. So here shall present, past should, will present, would past, can present, could past, may present, might past, and there is no past form of must. Okay, so my dear student, and there are some extra modal auxiliary verb, and they are be to, have to, be going to, need, dare, ought to, used to. So my dear student, these auxiliary verbs are very important, but you have to memorize these verbs, okay? Like poems. In what way? Okay, let's see how to memorize. Okay, my dear student, you will say like this: am, is, are, was, are, been, have, has, had, do, does, did. Shall, should, will, would, can, could, may, might, must, be to, have to, be going to, need, dare, used to. Again I am telling: am, is, are, was, are, been, have, has, had, do, does, did. Shall, should, will, would, can, could, may, might, must, be to, have to, be going to, used to, dare, and ought to. Like this way you will memorize. Okay, my dear student? My dear student, now we will learn the usage of be verb. So my dear student, at first we have to know what are be verbs and which persons are used. Okay, my dear student, be verbs are used in two forms: present form and past form. Okay, so in present form there are three be verbs: am, is, are. My dear student, and in past form was and were. So you have to remember that in which person these verbs are used. In first person, that means am is used for the first person singular number. Is used for the third person singular number, and are for the other persons. Was, were. Was is used for the first and third person singular number, and where is used for the other persons. So my dear student, now we will do some sentences. I am a teacher. Here you can see I is the first person, so here is written in first person singular number am. So here I am a teacher. We, first person plural. Here you can see third person singular am, third person singular is, and for the first person singular am. But other person, that means here we in other person, that's why we are rich. Amra dhoni. You, here you can see you for the other person. So you are, here are, you are honest. He, she, that means third person singular number. Here is written third person singular number is. So he, she is a boy or girl. She is a girl or he is a boy. For the it is third person singular number, so it is an apple. They, third person plural. Here is written for other person, that means they is other person. So they are, here is written are, they are foolish. The boy, which number or person? Third person singular number. So the boy is brave, and the subject is third person plural number. So for third person plural number are will be used. So the boys are not players. My dear student, now we'll use the was, were in different places, such as I, first person singular number. Here is written for the first person and third person singular number was will be used. So here is I, first person singular number. So I was a doctor. We, first person plural. So here first person and third person singular was, but for other person were will be used. So here we were in the garden. You were a teacher. Second person. She a teacher. So you for other person. He or she. He was a player. She was a player. It was a pencil. It, third person singular number. So here was will be used. It was a pencil. They, this is the subject is third person plural number. So they were student. For these places they were students. The boy, third person singular number. So what verb will be used? Was. The boy was intelligent. The boys as third person plural, so verb will be used. The boys were in the field. So my dear student, again I am telling, be verbs are used in two forms, in present form and in past form. In present form, three verbs will be used: am, is, are. And for the past tense, was and were will be used. Okay. So for the present tense, am, is, are. For the past tense, was, are. My dear student, now we learn different kinds of principal verb. So here you can see principal verb is divided into two types, and they are transitive verb and intransitive verb. So at first we'll know what is transitive verb. So here you can see the verb that takes an object to make the sense complete or to express the full meaning of a sentence is called transitive verb. Here you can see Rubina writes a letter. So here writes is a transitive verb. So here writes verb has taken an object, a letter. If you erase the object letter, then it does not give us the complete meaning. Rubina write, then it will be a question, what does she write? So if you write the letter, a letter, an object, then it will express the full meaning. Okay. So another way to know the transitive verb, you have to ask two questions to the verbs. One question is with what, and another one is whom. If you make question verb to the verb that what does Rubina write, then the answer will be a letter. So this is transitive verb. So if you get the answer of the question what, then it will be transitive verb, and if you don't get any answer of that question what, then it will be intransitive verb. Okay, so look here, intransitive verb, the verb that does not take an object to make the sense complete or to express the full meaning of a sentence is called intransitive verb. As for example, birds fly, the baby sleeps. So here you can see, my dear student, so the verb fly does not need to express the full meaning of the sentence, any object. Okay, fly verb does not need any object to make the full meaning. Okay, so here birds fly, this is fly is intransitive verb, and if you make question what does it fly, but here is already written birds fly, so you cannot make question what does it fly. That's why you can understand that the difference between the transitive and intransitive verb. Okay, my dear student? My dear student, now we'll find out the verbs from the following sentences. Okay, so here you can see exercise 5, page 21. Find out the verb from the following sentences. So here you can see these are the examples of sentences. So he goes to school. So find out the verb here. First one. Which one is the verb? Yes, my dear student. Here goes. Okay. Here goes is the verb. So whenever you will write the answer in the answer script, then you will write A, then goes. Okay. So now we'll give the underline only. Second one, Salam sings a song. Which one is verb? Yes, here sings is the verb. Third one, I see a bird. Can you tell me which one is verb? Yes, I see a bird. Which one is action word? Yes, this is an action word. They play football. Which one is verb? They is a pronoun, football is noun. So which one is action word? Yes, play. We live in a village. So which one is action word? We, pronoun. Okay, and live. Yes, this one is action word. That means this is verb. Rana writes a letter. So can you tell me which one is the action word? Yes, Rana is noun, a letter is noun. So here you can see writes. Writes is the action word. That means this is the verbs. Mahin is well. Which one is action word? Yes, is. We drink water. So can you tell me which one is verb? Yes, drink. Birds fly in the sky. Which one is verb? Fly. Do the sum. This is imperative sentence. So here do is the verb. I walk in the morning. So can you tell me which one is the verb? Yes, walk. This is an action word. This is verb. This beggar is blind. Which one is verb? Is. So my student, now tell me what kind of verb is this. So here you can see this is principal verb, principal verb, principal verb, principal verb, principal verb. This is also principal verb. This is an auxiliary verb. This is principal verb, principal verb. This is principal verb, and this is principal, and this is an auxiliary verb. Okay, my dear student. So you will write the answer like this way. Okay, my dear student. Now we will fill in the blanks with appropriate verbs from exercise 6, page 21. So here you can see I dash rice. Can you tell me what verbs can we write here? Yes, my dear student, I dash rice. Okay, so here we can write I eat rice. Second one, we dash at night. What do you do at night? Yes, we sleep. We sleep at night. Bilal dash happy. What verbs can we write here? Yes, is verb. Bilal is happy. We dash in Bangladesh. Okay, what verbs? Yes, we live. We live in Bangladesh. And I dash a book. What do we do a book? Yes, my dear student, we read a book. Then Mina dash a letter. What does Mina do? That means Mina writes. Mina writes a letter. What does your name? What verbs can we write here? Yes, is. What is your name? Runa dash a song. Okay, so what verbs can we write here? Yes, sings. S-I-N-G-S. Yes, this is subject third person singular number. So in present indefinite tense, s or es will be added with the verbs, and that's why I have added s with the verbs. And here you can see Mina. Mina is also third person singular number, and that's why as this is the present indefinite tense, so s is added with the verbs. Next one, my dear student, I. The sun dash in the west. So here what verbs can we write here? The sun sets, S-E-T-S, sets in the west. Okay. Mahin dash in the river. What does he do in the river? Okay. Swims, S-W-I-M-S, as this is third person singular number and this is also third person singular number, and that's why s is added with the verbs. The fisherman dash fish. So here you can see the subject is third person singular number, so here you can write catches, C-A-T-C-H-E-S. Okay. So the fisherman catches fish. Dash the door. Okay. What verbs can you write here? Open, O-P-E-N, open the door. The child dash. What does the child do? Okay, the child, we can say the child plays, P-L-A-Y-S, the child plays. The good boys dash. What do the good boy do? Yes, the good boys tells the truth, T-E-L-L, tell the truth. My dear student, here s or es will not be used because this is third person plural number. Subject is third person plural number. My father dash a doctor. So what verbs can you write here? My father is a doctor. Now in feedback I'll see how much attentive you are in my class. Okay, so tell me, what is verb? Yes, a verb is a word that shows an action, or in another way we can say verb is a word that tells or asserts something about a person or thing. Okay, my dear student, thank you. Next one, what is transitive and intransitive verb? Yes, transitive verb is a verb that takes an object to make the sense complete. And what is intransitive verb? Yes, intransitive verb is a word that does not take an object to make the sense complete. Okay? Okay, thank you, my dear student, for being attentive in my class. My dear student, now I'll give you homework. So open your diary. Okay? So my dear student, your homework number will be 14. So here, exercise 5-6, write page 21, self-learning grammar book. Okay, my dear student?